And now, the Molle Mystery Theater, presented by Molle. Molle, the heavier brushless shaving cream for tender skin.
Good evening. This is Geoffrey Barnes, welcoming you to the Molle Mystery Theater, the program that presents the best in mystery and detective fiction. Tonight's story is entitled The Rival Dummy, and its presentation is a result of the combined talents of two of the most distinguished names in the entertainment world. For it was written by the famous playwright Ben Hecht, and the very fine character actor Walter Slazak will play the leading role of Gabbo the Great. Ralph Bell plays Joe Ferris. The Rival Dummy is a macabre adventure in the strange workings of an unbalanced mind. In it, you're going to meet a ventriloquist and his dummy, Jimmy. Jimmy, who might have you questioning your sanity before the final curtain falls.
Say, Mr. Barnes, isn't a ventriloquist a person with two voices?
So that's right there. And why?
Well, I was just thinking a fellow like that is lucky. He can talk over his own little problems. For instance, supposing he says, tell me, dummy, what's the best shaving cream for tough whiskers or a tender skin? Then, if he's a smart dummy, he'll answer, it's Molle, the heavier brushless shaving cream. Yes, sir, man. It's smooth. So smooth. It's slick. So slick. It's a smooth, slick shave you get with Molle. Molle, the heavier brushless shaving cream for tender skins. Molle is the cream that's ideal for a wiry, hard-to-cut beard or a tender skin. Because it is heavier, Molle not only softens your whiskers, it stands them up straight, while your razor cuts them right off. So you shave faster, closer, easier, and you shave painlessly with Molle, the heavier brushless shaving cream for tender skin. Molle. And now for tonight's Molle mystery, Ben Hecht's The Rival Dummy, starring Walter Slazak.
This is the story of Gabbo the Great and of his friend Jimmy. Jimmy, who was a rare friend indeed. Jimmy, who would do whatever Gabbo wanted, who would speak when speech was needed, and who was a good listener when a sympathetic ear was wanted. Our story opens in the backstage dressing room of a darkened theater. Joe Ferris, theatrical agent, a half-smoked Havana in his full-moon face, trying to pacify Police Inspector Tom Clinton.
Now, look, Inspector, look, I tell you, it's a bum steer. You see any corpse around? Well, all right, there ain't been no murder, I tell you.
No? Listen, Ferris. I took the call at headquarters. I heard the guy say my name is Gabbo. I have just killed a man. What is it, a gag?
No. Not a gag.
And not murder?
No murder, Inspector, please.
All right. Then you've got some talking to do. Where's this Gabbo?
He's taking a walk. Now, look, Clayton, I got some good scotch here. If you got some time, I'll throw a good laugh in with the scotch. Huh? Yes? Come on.
Well, okay. Go ahead and talk. I'll buy it if I like the sound of it.
Oh, good. So sit down, Inspector. Here. Now, look. See, this Gabbo is my boy.
You mean you're his agent? You represent him?
Yeah. And he's one of the neatest ventriloquists in the business. Works with a dummy named Jimmy, see?
Like Charlie McCarthy.
Yeah. You know, sits on his knee and all that. Well, I'm looking for talent 4 years ago. This Gabbo has just come over from Hungary, see? He's knocking the yokels in the aisle and a bomb at the gate.
Now, Jimmy, you see, everybody's laughing at your stupidity. Now, Jimmy, you know what Indiana is famous for?
No, Gabbo, what is Indiana famous for?
Pigs, Jimmy. They grew razorback horse here.
That reminds me, when I went to shave this morning, I couldn't
waiting. But it sells good on Broadway. So I go backstage to talk about big time, the Gabbo. Got Jimmy the dummy propped up on a bale of hay, and I give him the pitch while he washes up.
We thank you for your kind offer, Mr. Ferris. Jimmy and I have always wanted to do big time. Now, how much can you get for us?
Yeah, how much Mozilla, Papa?
Quiet, Jimmy. Try to be a gentleman. Sorry, Mr. Ferris.
Sure. That's a good gag, Gabbo. Yeah, you're really good. Well, how about 100 a week?
That's satisfactory with me. How much for Jimmy?
What do you mean? He said 100 a week for the act.
Oh, that's the I'm in the act too, ain't I?
Oh, now look, Gabbo, gag's a gag. You want the job or not?
But Jimmy is entitled to something, Mr. Ferris. Couldn't you make it 110?
Well, Gabbo, I've been held up lots of ways for more dough, but never by a wooden dummy, I'll tell you that. Okay, it's worth it. Be in New York on Tuesday. So, Gabbo gets to be good property, see? He goes swell on the circuit. We get so we're grossing $500 a week and we're getting set for movies and big houses when all of a sudden this Rubina babe comes along. This happens about a year ago. We're playing Oswego. Rubina is with an acrobat act. She just barely has enough brains to hold a hoop straight for the muscle boys to jump through. And her physical equipment don't give Miss America any worries neither. But Gabbo, well, he buttonholes me after the act.
Mr. Ferris, I want an assistant for my act. A woman assistant.
Oh, you're nuts, Gabby. It's top billing now. A woman will slow it up.
It's all set, Mr. Ferris. I've already arranged it with Miss Rubina.
So Rubina joins the act, Inspector. And from then on, it's a circus. The act slips like a mail-order facelifting job. I'm worried, see? It's a good act, and it's dough out of my pocket to see the guy tossing more lines at the dame than at the dummy. The audience is given with large doses of silence. One night I'm dodging the theater manager in the wings when I see Gabbo, the dummy under his arm, chinning with Rubina behind a pot. I ain't proud.
You know, Rubina, we were meant for each other. You know I'm mad about you.
Yeah? Gee.
I've been wanting to tell you, but how?
He dreams about you.
Yes, I dream about you. And Rubina, say something. Tell me you like me a little.
Well, I don't know what to say, Gabbo. Of course, I knew this was coming. Had the storm signals up a while, but I don't think it would work.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Well, that's one reason. How's a girl to know you mean it? You're always making fun of people with that darn dummy.
Please, Rubina, I only ask you why. Listen, do you know why I love you so?
No.
There was a girl in Hungary, a beautiful girl I thought I loved. You are like her, but much more beautiful. Be my wife, Rubina.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't planning on...
Please, Rubina, be our wife.
There you go again. You can't even make love to a lady without making an act out of it.
Rubina, I never met anything more sincerely in my life. I'm not making fun of you. Jimmy has nothing to do with it.
He's right. Just make believe I'm not here. Angel first, that's all, brother.
Look, Freefall. I'm working for you, see? $50. You're an icky. The dummy's got more heart than you have.
Well, Inspector, I got the kicking out around a minute. I think first this guy's a jerk to mess up his whole picture with comedy. And then, as I stand there, Gabbo begins to talk to the dummy, see? And it hits me.
See what you did? You fool. I've taken more than I can stand from you. I love that woman, understand? You're coming between us, and I won't have it.
Who's coming between who? You wanted that bow-legged bovine in the act, not me.
Shut up.
You slapped me, Gabbo. You slapped me.
Yes, and you've given me an idea. Rubina and I are going to do the act without you.
Take me to my room, Gabbo. I never want to speak to you again.
Suits me fine. My best friend trying to turn the woman I love against me.
The next night I go backstage to see if I got an act left. I'm all set to come into Gabbo's dressing room here when I catch the screwiest sounds. Rubina and Gabbo again. Only different.
I'll bet you don't even know what state we're in, Rubina.
I bet I know what state you're in, Gabbo.
What state am I in, Rubina?
The state of Homo, Gabbo. The state of Homo City.
That's not bad, Rubina. Let's try it again.
Hey, what goes on here, Gabbo?
Hello, Mr. Ferris. Rubina and I are rehearsing our act. Want to hear?
Your act? Hey, you nuts? Rubina, try to make some sense for me once, huh? What goes on?
Just what he said. Me and Gabbo were rehearsing. Soon as his contract's up next week, we're going to do an act together. We're going to tell jokes and dance, and I'm going to sing.
Sing? No, Gabbo, my friend. Look, you can't do this to Joe Ferris. Rubina, darling, would you let me have just a few words with Gabbo alone?
Anything you have to say to me, Mr. Ferris, you can say before Rubina.
Oh, that's all right, Gabbo. I'll go, darling. Just be sure this bag of wind knows I'm a partner now.
Now, Gabbo, what are you and Rubina going to do in this gorgeous act?
Just like she said, a song and dance team.
What about Jimmy?
I don't need him. Besides, he's mad at me. He won't talk to me anymore.
He won't... Why?
He slapped my face, Mr. Ferris. You can tell him from me, I hope he chokes.
He had it coming to him, Mr. Ferris. He tried to steal Rubina from me. He's jealous.
Oh, now, wait, Gabbo, wait. You know Jimmy doesn't say anything you don't make him say. You don't do anything you don't make him do. He's you. If he's mad at you, it means you're mad at you.
What's that stuff? How can you be mad at you? I'm mad at him.
All right, Gabbo, cut the gags. This is serious. Look, I picked you up in a wheat belt. I built you up. I made your act top billing, didn't I?
Sure, Mr. Ferris. But I must think of my personal future.
You should have left us in Indiana, Joe. This never would have happened. That dame is breaking up a beautiful friendship.
It's your fault, Jimmy. She can't stand you.
Gabbo, cut it out.
Can't stand me. You dope. She's playing you for a sucker. The only thing she wants is for you to put her in the act.
That's a lie. Gabbo, so help me.
Besides, she's ruined the act already.
You've ruined it. I'll tell you something else. I don't need you in the act anymore.
Gabbo.
Mr. Ferris, let him have Rubina. I'll go alone for you. Why, he never pulled a laugh in 20 years. I'm the guy they laugh at.
Gabbo.
The contract is over next week. After that, Jimmy, you're fired.
Gabbo, let me talk to you, will you? For Pete's sake, shut up.
That's no use.
Are you shut up, too, you blasted hat, right, Jimmy? What am I saying? Did I say that? He's got me talking to him, too.
As the curtain falls on Act One of tonight's Molle mystery, Mr. Ferris tries to reason with Gabbo, but discovers that he's talking to a man who is actually two different people. Quite a strange predicament, eh, Dan?
Well, yes and no, Mr. Barnes. I often find myself talking to a man who's thousands of different men. You know, the men with tough beards who wonder how they can get a smooth, slick shave. So I always say to them, shave with Molle, the heavier brushless shaving cream. That's right, men. Molle is just made to order for stubborn, hard-to-cut whiskers or a tender skin. Because Molle is heavier, it not only softens your whiskers, it stands them up straight, while your razor cuts them off close and clean. With Molle, you shave faster, closer, easier, and you shave painlessly. Try it. See if you don't say, it's smooth, so smooth. It's slick, so slick. It's a smooth, slick shave you get with M-O-L-L-E. Molle, the heavier brushless shaving cream for tender skin.
And now this is Geoffrey Barnes returning you to Act Two of Ben Hecht's The Rival Dummy, starring Walter Slazak.
Well, Inspector, that does it for me. When I get to talking to a dummy like it's got brains, it's time for Joe Ferris to see somebody. It hits me Gabbo is blowing his top. And maybe me, too. Well, one idea leads to another, and I decide to get some professional advice from a psychiatrist.
It's a very interesting case, Mr. Ferris. Nothing too unusual, but in one way it's a rare situation. Now, your Mr. Gabbo is a schizophrenic, of course.
Maybe so, maybe not, Doc. I'll know better if you break that word apart.
Well, let's put it this way. Gabbo has two personalities.
Oh, yeah, I know that, Doc. That's why he's a good ventriloquist. Him and Jimmy.
In a way, but to understand, you've got to realize there is no Jimmy in the normal sense. There's a Jimmy, a complete individual who lives inside of Gabbo. A split personality. Gabbo can no more help talking as Jimmy than you can help reading.
I'm not sure I'm getting this at all, Doc.
Mr. Ferris, forget about the dummy. There's nothing to the dummy. An ordinary schizophrenic who isn't a ventriloquist does the same thing that Gabbo does. He talks first as himself and then as someone else who thinks he is. He even changes his voice, but in Gabbo's case, it's worse. Because of his gift for throwing his voice into a dummy, he sees his second self. Mr. Ferris, you have a dangerous man on your hands.
Well, Inspector, I try to get Gabbo to the dock, see, but I gotta do it easy. In the meantime, I'm getting cancellations. And then comes the payoff. When Gabbo goes on at 4:30, I'm catching the act from the wings. Standing beside me is a curtain man. You know, you can feel an audience. Well, Gabbo was on 3 minutes, and there ain't a giggle in the house.
Very funny, Jimmy.
What's funny? Please, you're right, but don't say it.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, while the lovely Rubina gives me a glass of water to drink, Jimmy will sing a song for you while I drink.
I will not.
Oh, yes, you will. Come now, while I drink, you sing. Jimmy, I said sing.
What devil kind of routine is he playing now? I don't know first, but the house.
Jimmy, I said sing.
Why should I sing? You said you didn't need me. Oh, Peg, make us sing.
Very well. I don't need you. Rubina, you sing.
Holy Moses, no.
What'll I sing, Gabbo? Sing, well.
Singing Swanee River, darling.
Oh, all right.
I can't take this. Hey, Gabbo. Gabbo.
You're the most uncouth audience I've ever faced. Don't you understand this, lady? I'll teach you manners.
Inspector, never was a guy so close to getting smeared by an audience. Gabbo stumps off the stage, tosses me Jimmy with a crack about going out for some air. So I take Jimmy into the dressing room and hand him to Rubina. Remembering what the doc tells me about what's with Gabbo and Jimmy, I go after him. I'm worried, see? Well, I find him in the alley. Hey, Gabbo, that you?
Yeah. Look, Gabbo, I've been a friend of yours a long time. Now, tell me what's eating you, boy. I don't care about the act. It's you. You got me worried.
Did you hear him tonight, Mr. Ferris? He didn't get a laugh. He was terrible.
Oh, I know. You're right. Absolutely right, Gabbo. Jimmy was bad, but,
Hey, did you ever think it's maybe because he's lonely?
Lonely?
Why?
well, you know. You two been on the outs.
Oh, I know he started, but maybe he's sorry. Only he's got pride, too. Oh, yeah. Jimmy's proud. Gabbo, why don't you meet him, huh?
I don't know, Mr. Ferris. He's changed. He's not the same Jimmy anymore. I can't trust him. If you can't trust your best friend, who can you trust?
Oh, you're right, Gabbo. You're right. Only, I don't see any reason why you and Jimmy and Rubina, too, can't get along like a big family.
You think Jimmy's really sorry, Mr. Ferris?
Now, look, boy. The theater is out. There's just us left. Now, come on back to the dressing room. I bet you'll find Jimmy in there crying his little eyes out right now. Of course he's sorry.
Well, maybe I have been a little too hard on Jimmy. Maybe you're right, Mr. Ferris. Maybe we can make it up. But he'll have to apologize to Rubina.
Oh, he will. He will. Now, go on in. I want to see the three of you hit it off when you come out.
That's Rubina.
No, Jimmy, you're cute. I like it. This guy, Gabbo, he ain't so much. Or take tonight, they weren't sore at me, they were sore at him. You know, Jimmy, I got a good voice. I can feel it.
What's the matter, Gabbo? Go on in.
I got a good figure for the stage, too, Jimmy. I got nice legs, see?
Why, that...
Kitty. Hello, Gabbo. Well, what's the matter with you? You're looking...
Gabbo, don't.
Shut up, Harris. Let me handle this. Get out, Rubina. Get out of this room, now.
Okay, I'm going.
Now, listen, Gabbo.
You go, too. I want to talk to Jim. No. Jimmy?
Well, what, Gabbo?
You know very well what. I came in here to apologize. Tell you I was sorry and to make friends with you. I find you trying to steal Rubina from me, making love to her, probably planning to run away with her. You're a dirty little bitch.
Now, wait a minute. Since you're letting your hair down, let me remind you that you're the one that started all this. I was perfectly happy working with you until you let that little twerp come between us.
He's not a twerp.
She is, and you know it.
You know what this means, of course.
Gone beyond threat, Gabbo. I know I've lost you as a friend. I won't lie and tell you I don't care. I do. We've meant a lot to each other. We've had some hard times, hungry times, happy times. Now, just as we're getting someplace...
Yes, just as we're getting someplace, you have to get jealous and pig-headed.
Gabbo. And I was hoping you'd come in when you did. You know why?
Sure I do.
No, you don't. I wanted to show you what a two-timer your precious Rubina was. And I did. If she's willing to make up to me while your back is turned, she'll do the same with somebody else.
That's a lie.
It's the truth. That's what's making you mad.
I've had enough of this. And of you. I'm tired of talking to you. Tired of hearing you. Tired of holding you. I'm not going to let you run my life for me anymore. I'm finished with you.
Good. You're just a dumb Hungarian clown. You never amounted to much, Gabbo. And without me around, you'll never amount to anything. Go ahead. Do your work.
I'll show you. All names for you.
Gabbo, put down that chair.
I'll put it down. I'll show you can't do without you, can't I? You'll never laugh at me again. You'll never steal the woman I love. You little pig.
Gabbo. She wasn't what? This. Not this. Gabbo.
Jimmy! Jimmy! Mr. Barnes! Mr. Barnes! I've killed Jimmy!
Gabbo.
Oh, Gabbo. I think you should leave now, boy. Come on, boy.
No. I killed Jimmy. Mr. Barnes. As though he was running away. I'd be caught sooner or later. Hello? Please give me police headquarters. Hello? My name is Gabbo. I've just killed a man.
This is Geoffrey Barnes again. In just a moment, we'll bring you Act 3 of The Rival Dummy.
Thousands of dandruff sufferers who've been ready to give up in despair after trying other methods without success have found that double danderine gives them real relief. You see, outstanding authorities point out that a germ, Pityrosporum ovale, is the cause of the most common kind of dandruff. Methods that simply wash away loose dandruff are ineffective because they don't destroy this germ. For real relief, it must be destroyed. And double danderine does that. It actually kills this germ on contact. Even in many severe cases, double danderine has given remarkable results. Now, the reason for double danderine's amazing efficiency is a special ingredient, an active antiseptic that's used by many hospitals because of its astonishing effectiveness. In double danderine, we call it Alzan.
So try double danderine and see if you don't agree that it really does more than the ordinary, ineffective dandruff-fighting methods that actually are no better than plain water. Get double danderine tomorrow. Your money back if not satisfied.
You see, Inspector, even though this dressing room looks like a cyclone hit it, no murder. No gas. Here, have another.
Yeah. Whew. You let all this go on. Why didn't you stop it, sir?
You see? You got feelings yourself, Inspector. Just telling you about it, you get a feeling for the dummy. Why? Because Jimmy the dummy is a real guy. Living inside a Gabbo, and Gabbo did murder her. Only, it ain't murder. No, I don't stop him. I'm too scared.
That's the call I got at headquarters, eh?
Yeah, that was Gabbo calling.
Where is he now?
Well, down the corridor in Rubina's dressing room. Bidding upon farewell, I suppose.
Hey, did it ever occur to you this Gabbo might have a grudge against Rubina? Good Lord, what's that?
Rubina, come on. Down this way, Inspector.
Right behind you.
That wasn't bad, Rubina. Let's try it again.
Hold it, Inspector.
You know what state we're in, Rubina?
I know what state you're in, Gabbo.
Everything's okay, I
And
guess.
what state am I in, Rubina?
In a state of coma, Gabbo. In a state of coma.
Oh, nice in their act. Ain't they the love burns out? Peek through the door. You see? She's sitting in his lap.
Yeah. Very sweet. Hey, good Lord. Her neck, the way it wobbles.
He's got his hand behind her head. Like with Jimmy. Come on.
Gabbo! Mr. Ferris. Say, I'm glad you're here. Rubina and I have a swell act. Want to hear it?
Her neck's broken, Ferris.
Isn't it wonderful, Mr. Ferris? Jimmy's gone, but I've got a new dummy. She's Rubina. You want to hear the act? She makes a wonderful dummy. She's taking Jimmy's place. Now, that's only fair, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, Gabbo, sure. What a curtain. What a curtain.
And now this is Geoffrey Barnes inviting you to be with us next week when we present a mystery entitled Not Quite Perfect. Bert Lytell, star of stage and radio, will be with us to play the leading role. A man conceives of a crime in which he is the murderer, but not the actual killer. That is the story the Mystery Theater brings you next week. Follow the fascinating adventure of a man so clever he commits the perfect crime. So perfect it was not quite perfect. So be sure to join us next week to hear Bert Lytell in Not Quite Perfect.
The music for the Mystery Theater is by Jack Miller. Walter Slazak appeared tonight through the courtesy of RKO Pictures, producers of the new motion picture Sinbad. The Rival Dummy was adapted for radio by Fred Mato. This is Dan Seymour saying goodnight until next Friday at the same time when the Mystery Theater presents Not Quite Perfect, starring Bert Lytell.
This is NBC, the national broadcasting company.